Hello Pisces, welcome to Lotus Heart Tarot. I'm very, very happy to have you here. We're going to dive right into your reading and see what comes out for you. If you are new to my channel, welcome, welcome. I'm very happy to have you here. If you are a subscriber or someone who regularly comments, likes, shares my videos, I just want to say thank you so much for your support. And please keep in mind that these are general readings. So take what resonates and leave the rest, okay? Here we go for Pisces, please Spirit, for Pisces. For Pisces. Okay. Pisces, I feel like joy even came out for you yesterday. There is happiness on your horizon. All things come in time. All things come through change. You have this energy of enthusiasm and you have this energy of sacredness as well. And, you know, for some of you, this can be speaking to your own capacity as a healer, a light worker, an empath, an intuitive. This can be talking about, you know, maybe this is a good time for you to push forward into one of those realms if you've been interested in it and have thought about taking classes, or have thought about starting your own YouTube channel or your own, you know, doing something, pursuing that in some way. This may be a really good time to kind of dive in with that. Hey, you know, this sacredness is really giving me like your body is a temple. You know, it is our vehicle. It is how we get around, you know, as spirits, you know, that human part of us. And it is fragile. It is worth caring for. It is worth paying attention to. So, you know, this may also be a really good time to sort of focus on self-care, or, you know, making sure that you're just, you know, eating right to the best of your ability, or, you know, getting enough sleep. There's something here about like the care and keeping of your human side that I feel, because it helps you be able to kind of shine your light brighter. I feel like there is something really exciting coming or happening. I feel like the more gusto and the more excitement and the more the word that's coming to me is belief, you know, but I don't know what it is, but the more energy that you are bringing to this, the more excitement, the more kind of passion that you are bringing to whatever this is, like I don't know if I really want to say the more attention you're going to attract, but it's sort of like the bigger impact you're going to have. I don't know what that is necessarily about, but it feels really wonderful and really nice. And it feels like, you know, it's time to really take care of ourselves, listen to our body, listen to its needs, and be really excited about some kind of change or some kind of opportunity that's coming. Some of you may be dealing with a Leo. I always associate the owl with Pisces because it's like that high priestess energy to me, you know. And then the lion is always attributed to Leo. So some of you may be dealing with a Leo. You may have had a lot of obstacles. Some of you may have Leo in your chart. This can also be significant of Leo season, and it may have nothing to do with Leo. So just take what resonates and leave the rest. But you do have this energy of, I feel, overcoming obstacle, even finding different powers or strengths within yourself with the owl and the lion, you know, a tenacity, a strength, a vision, a connection to your higher self that can lift you or get you through any obstacle here. This may be, you know, I've been getting a lot there. You're emerging out of a period of time that asked a whole lot of you. that, you had to carefully navigate, and it was difficult and tricky terrain. And, you may have found these energies within yourself through that fight or through that battle or through that challenge or just in navigating the space. It says, harness the loyal and protective aura of the lion and charge ahead magnificently. This is hearkening back to enthusiasm for me. Like, do it and do so with the belief that you will succeed and that, you are more than enough for whatever this is, whatever task this is at hand. And then you have on the owl, it says, there are spiritual messages and great wisdom to be found during this period of transition. Connect, make time, make space, try to intentionally just even connect to your own breath at least once a day here, There is this opportunity to really connect to your highest and best self, to your intuition, to allow yourself to be guided in the most informed way possible, really. And the mountain says, know that you are protected as you face challenges, but remain cautious. So yeah, I think Spirit has your back here, Pisces, but there is no substitution for you having your own back, right? It's kind of like using your free will choices to support what you're trying to manifest. It's like, avoiding things that are going to be fraught with danger, even though you're protected. It's kind of like call on the strength of the protection, but don't add anything else additional to its plate, sort of a deal, is what I'm getting. Don't take any unnecessary risks. Yeah. All right. Now I was guided to grab this deck of Major Arcana. So we'll see what it wants to say. Okay. Wow. So you have the Devil and the Lovers. I never leave a devil uncovered. Actually, I'm gonna... And it's interesting, right? Because in a lot of ways, these are sort of like opposite energies, right? We have these two figures here, but they're trapped. And then we have these two figures here, but they're choosing each other. And there's this third party in each card, in one it's sort of angelic and in one it's sort of hellish, What is the Devil for Pisces? Well, Pisces, you have 2 twos here, which is telling me there's some kind of choice or there may be multiple choices coming. Again, I'm saying again, you have the High Priestess because the owl feels like a High Priestess to me. So, this energy of really listening to your intuition is super important. It also says that there are spiritual messages and great wisdom to be found during this period. And with Judgment, it's sort of giving me the same thing. Listen to the call, listen to the opportunities, listen to the lessons that are trying to come through. Don't just, because, with the Page of Cups in reverse, the Page of Cups for me is like that most authentic piece of us. It's that us inside of us, like if you thought of us as a Russian doll and like the outside doll would be the one that we face to the world, to a perfect stranger, and then if you become our friends, okay, we open up and we let you see the doll inside of that one, and we share with you that space within of ourselves. And then if you open that, if you're in an intimate loving relationship with us, then you get to see that doll inside. Well, it's the one that's the most inward doll that is the spot that we sort of save for ourselves. And the spot that, we always return to when our ground is shaken, when we're at the height of our height, whatever it is, it's that space that we come home to within ourselves, the most authentic part of us, the part of us that we don't show to others, the part of us that isn't open to be judged, the part of us that isn't ever really exposed outside of ourselves, and maybe to the divine. And so when it's in reverse, it's telling me there may be, it's almost like a cautionary tale in a way of that, it can be really easy for us to sort of even trick ourselves sometimes when, we want to see something. And with the Two of Cups in the bottom of the deck, this may have something to do with a relationship. Where it's like we're avoiding seeing the truth, or we're avoiding really admitting or acknowledging how it's affecting us, this connection or this decision or this choice. And, we're only sort of holding ourselves back from our highest and best when we do that. There is this desire to protect ourselves and to sort of tell ourselves what we want to hear, right? And for that to be true. And in certain ways, like I'm even getting like the energy of manifesting, where, some, depending on who you listen to, some people basically say, just basically trick yourself into believing that it is going to work out this way. Or I don't really know how to say this, but it's just, for me, this devil being clarified this way, it's just really saying, like, listen to the highest and best self, really open yourself up to hear the truth, to not just see what you want to see, hear what you want to hear, but to really answer the call here. And with the Two of Cups, there could be some kind of business contract or some kind of soulmate relationship coming in. And this may be talking about not repeating old patterns, especially if those old patterns are established in a role of sort of protecting ourselves or not being honest with ourselves. In other words, you may have someone coming into your life and they may be really amazing, but because we have had other experiences where we couldn't trust someone, or where, we overlooked a red flag, or we, whatever, we may be looking for those things in this relationship, which can lead to sabotage, which can lead to our not being able to progress into this soulmate connection. So even though, we've been hurt before, and we want to protect ourselves from that kind of suffering, we can do that without sabotaging ourselves, or we can do that without, looking for what is wrong or what is amiss or what looks just like it did last time. We can do it by opening ourselves up and trusting our discernment and trusting our intuition and trusting our gut, and because I guarantee you, if you look back on that relationship or on that thing that broke your trust, or that thing that didn't show up for you, or that thing that didn't work out, if you look back on it, there were many times where it was obvious and you placated yourself. You told yourself maybe what you wanted to hear. That was like, oh, well, they say they don't want a relationship, but I think they'll change because I'm going to show them what love is. They just have never been loved before. Or, this person, I know that was a lie because, I saw this and I saw that for myself, and they're trying to have me believe that, that what they're saying over here is true, and I know it's not true. You see what I'm saying? There are times in that relationship, even if you were living it forward, where there were opportunities for you to see the red flag. And you didn't have to look for them. They showed themselves. The reason it went the way that it went is because you didn't listen to it, is because you ignored that red flag energy, I know, like, I've been in that situation and I've chosen to trust when I shouldn't have, or when the writing was very clearly on the wall. I mean, there are some relationships where I look back and I could just kick myself. You know, it's like, my God, that was so obvious. And, you know, even I feel like people in my life tried to say something to me, and I was so fiercely protective of the person or the relationship, or, you know, maybe something within me that needed it to be the way that I wanted it to be. But, you know, I learned the lesson. I learned the lesson because in the end, I was betrayed. In the end, it hurt me. And now I don't look for those things in relationships, but if they show themselves to me, I listen and I say, okay, go in a different direction here. You know, I don't ignore those things anymore. And I think that that is a lot what this is saying is, you know, it's tricky. It's tricky to overcome lower vibrational things that happen to us, especially like betrayal is a big one that's very hard to overcome that vibration. It's very hard to trust again when someone has really betrayed you on a deep level. But that is the nature of life. You know, not everyone really deserves your company. Not everyone really deserves the best of what you have to offer. And sometimes we learn that the hard way. But you have learned it, is sort of how I feel. And I feel like you're getting this opportunity for some kind of intimate connection here with this Two of Cups and the Lovers card on the bottom of the deck. And it's kind of saying to me that, you know, don't let yourself get sort of upside down. Like, it's not really in your normal nature to second guess someone or to be so skeptical or to look for the bad in someone or to look for the part that's going to let you down. And it's really just giving me this energy of like, you don't have to look for it. If it's there, you're going to see it. And what happens when we look for things, like a lot of times, you know, you're encouraged to look for the abundance in your life or the happiness in your life. I feel like we just talked about that yesterday for an example. And the reason is because what you focus on grows. That becomes your truth. It becomes your reality. You're going to call more of that into your life. When you're looking for someone to let you down or to betray you or to lie to you, then guess what you're going to find? A lot more of those connections. And so this may even be something that you have been doing habitually, almost, with the devil. And you have an opportunity here to free yourself from it, to make decisions without it. Because, you know, when someone betrays you and then you use that as a benchmark, or you allow that experience to dictate your present and your future, you're giving that person power in your life, because you're letting your past dictate your present and your future. You're allowing what they did to you to affect you to that degree. And I'm not saying go through life willy-nilly just trusting everyone, but you do have a hell of an intuition, and the High Priestess is showing up here and the Owl is showing up here. And so all you have to do is listen to it, you know? And sometimes it can be tough to discern the difference between our ego, that devil kind of energy, and our High Priestess, our highest and best self. You can actually Google, what does my intuition sound like and what does my ego sound like? And it will give you, so like you can hear it in your own voice, in your own head. The ego always speaks from a space of fear, and the intuition speaks from a place of love. So you can tell, and there are certain words certainly associated with it. And so, you know, if you feel like you're struggling with that, or you're not sure whether you can trust yourself in this situation or in this space or time, or the betrayal was so bad that it caused you to sort of doubt your own intuition, you can look that up and read it. And I think it's always best to have it read to you and not to have it told to you, because you hear it in your own voice and it's easier for you to go, oh yeah, I recognize that. Oh yeah, I say that to myself. So I'm just going to let you do that. But it's out there for you. Okay, so we're going to dive straight into the tarot. I feel like you definitely have a relationship coming in here, Pisces. And I feel like there is some level of preparation, or it may be that this relationship is already here. It could even be a past person who really struggled with honesty. And you may have a hard time opening up or trusting them now because of what happened in the past. And definitely, I'm not saying that everyone should trust their past person that comes back just arbitrarily. But I feel like with the Page of Cups in reverse, there are telltale signs where you will know, you'll be able to tell whether this person is coming to you in a really authentic way, an honest way. Oh my gosh, you guys, seriously? Your cards, man. Lately, it's just been insane. So you have the Ace of Pentacles with the Five of Wands. See, there's an opportunity coming in, and there may be some kind of reactionary type energy, or it may not even be reactionary so much as it is just maybe it feels like precautionary or something like that on your part that could potentially interfere. For some of you, this could actually exist outside of you, and it could be an external interference. But you have the Hermit here, and you know, this is saying, remember what it is that you want. If what you are looking for, if what the star in the lantern is for you is a relationship, is a soulmate connection, then you're going to have to trust. You're going to have to take the risk. Because you can't know in the beginning, you can't know the outcome before you start, right? So, you know, this is, you know, trust your vision, trust your instinct, trust this, even the connection that you've developed with yourself in this Hermit energy when you have been by yourself. Yeah, there may be, there may be an oh wow, with the sun. Pisces. Okay, the Four of Pentacles is coming out with this Ace of Pentacles. And, you know, the Four of Pentacles, it can be an energy where we sort of emotionally protect ourselves, or we block our heart a little bit because it's been hurt, or it's fragile, or we've recently been reminded of its fragility and we're not interested in experiencing that again. It can also be where, you know, we have kind of fought to get to a space where we feel okay with our life. We've built a foundation and we're comfortable in this space. And, you know, accepting a new opportunity will require us to be vulnerable, will require us to risk it emotionally. And we may be a little leery to do that at this time. With the, you know, and it might even surprise you. Like, I'm getting that energy. Like, you might feel like, oh no, I'm going to be completely open. I'm like, I've been waiting for this. I'm so happy for this. But, you know, sometimes our response to things is a little bit different than we think it's going to be, you know? So then you have the energy of the Five of Wands being clarified by the Knight of Pentacles. And I really actually love this card here, because what it's talking about is no matter what happens, no matter what comes at you, no matter what you face, you do have the ability to overcome it. And you have either recently learned that, or you have learned that you do have these strengths that help you overcome obstacles or recover from difficult periods of time. Yeah, look, under the mountain is love. You got a relationship coming in here, Pisces, and I think at first it's kind of hard to open up to. You do have this 9 and this 9, so you've got 2 9s. So again, this is the end of a cycle, but it's also, this is a very single energy. So you may have been single for a while, but you have the Sun card on the bottom of this deck, which is just telling me that there is happiness on the horizon. It really reminds me of the Joy card. Yeah, see how there's like this, I think that's more of a moon. But it's like coming over the horizon. There's something that's going to be revealed, some kind of happiness, some kind of opportunity. Ace of Pentacles and the Sun card. That's a big, big energy. And so I think this is just about opening up to be able to receive it and to really trust yourself and to know that, you know, you have recovered from difficult times and that you do have strengths that help you navigate these spaces. For crying out loud, Pisces. The Empress and the Four of Wands, like, and the Judgment card on the bottom of the deck. I mean, this is big, powerful energy. This is like you in your most limitless, most abundant energy with the Empress. I absolutely love the Empress in a love reading because the Empress is ruled by Venus. It is a card that represents Libra and Taurus, which is me and my husband's sign. So cheesily, I love it for that reason, but also because what it says is anything is possible. You know, we do have the skills and we can tap into this limitless nature of the universe and this limitless nature of ourselves and the other to create great abundance and to create great stability in our lives. And with the Empress coming out with the Four of Wands, this is big time manifestation energy. This is like you are more powerful than you realize. You have been calling something towards you and it is working. The Four of Wands is where we see it manifest. This is where we see it in real life. This is where it comes down from the ether. See how the wands are in the ground? This is like where we have called it down from the ethers. The angels have heard our calls and they're delivering it here in the material world for us. And with Judgment, for some of you, and even the Sun, for some of you, this can be a reconciliation of a past person. You could be getting a new opportunity here. But for others of you, this is really, it just feels like an answered call. It feels like an answered prayer. And I feel like yesterday you even got a card that said answered prayer. So, you know, I feel like your readings have been fairly consistent with the energy that yes, in fact, Pisces, you have something really amazing coming in. It does feel like it's coming from the ethers or from the divine. You have the Ace of Pentacles, you have the Sun card, you have the Empress and the Four of Wands. These are big, 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 big energies. And, you know, it is like what Rumi said, seek not love, but seek instead the barriers you have built within you against it. And that's really what it feels like. It's saying to you, hey, release anything right now that you can. Offload as much as you can. Make extra space for what wants to come towards you, for what wants to come in here, because it is beautiful and it is kind of like the answer to your prayers is how it really looks and feels. So let me clarify this. Man, oh man, oh man. Some of you are really dealing with the Leo. We've seen the Sun, we've seen the Lion, and now we are seeing the Strength card. Yeah. So the Empress is being clarified by the Strength, and this is like Pisces, you may have faced a major challenge here, but it feels as though this really helped tap you into your own strengths, your own abilities, and really almost like connect you to your own capacity to really create your own life or your desire to create your own life. You definitely, this is your second ace. This is the Ace of Wands here, and you had the Ace of Pentacles there as your first card out. You definitely have a new beginning coming out, and it is solid and stable, and it is something that you have really desired. With the Two of Swords clarifying the Four of Wands, do you remember how the Two of Swords came out yesterday when we were talking about past and future energy? Well, this almost feels like it harkens back to that, but do you see how this Two of Wands is? It's very different than other Two of Wands, because normally the swords are crossed over the heart space, showing that, you know, we're not really open to feeling anything. The blindfold is solid. Here it's a mesh net. And you see she is really grounded and centered and really tapping into the energy of Mother Nature, of the earth, of the stability and the strength that she rests upon. So it's a very different kind of Two of Swords energy. where it's like you do have the power, you do have the strength to break this stagnancy and to open yourself up and to allow someone into your life again. And I feel like you are going to see it, and I feel like you are in an energy that you where you can receive it. And with the Two of Swords here, with both of these swords, it is trusting that you do have the knowledge, you do have the intellect, you do have what you need to protect you from anything that you would need protected from. You just have to listen to it, but you have to open yourself up to hear it, or to even be able to get exposure to it. And if this is something that you really want, you got to open yourself up. And with the swords, it's also always this reminder that, you know, if at any time it feels uncomfortable, or it's not what you want, or it's, you know, you can cut it off. You can, in fact, you hold the power in your hands. That Two of Swords feels incredibly powerful. Even with this Ace of Wands, there's these like 4 candles burning around it, which is giving me the vibe of the 4 of Wands, which you have here, and it is like a deep spiritual connection. You've also seen the Lovers and the Two of Cups in this card, in this spread, which is definitely soulmate energy. So this is a deep, deep, deep soulmate connection. Yeah. Another ace. You've got 3 aces in your reading. The only ace you don't have so far is your own ace, the Ace of Cups. This is telling me that, you know, with the King of Pentacles in reverse, there have been people who haven't shown up for you. People who may have made promises and not kept them. People who, you know, it may even be this person, right? But this is someone who may not have been ready to commit, who may not have really wanted commitment, who may not have known who they were, who may not have felt abundant, who may not have felt like they had anything to offer. And these situations have a way of staying with us. These situations have a way of keeping our mind going around and around and around on this loop of, I don't want to experience that again. You know, and for sometimes it can be very hard to forgive a past person. And I'm not telling you to forgive a past person. And I'm definitely not telling you if a past person shows up on your door that you should accept them back. I'm just saying, the cards are telling you, you intuitively will know, and all you have to do is listen. But with the 8 of Swords and the Ace of Swords on the bottom of the deck, it's like there is this opportunity to free ourselves from this experience, either to have a new one. Yeah, and I think it is to have a new one. But what it does require is for us to free ourselves from this cyclical way of thinking where we keep coming around to, but what if? But what if I can't trust this person? But what if this person is just like this person who made false promises? What if everything this person is telling me is a lie? What if this? What if that? You know, if we are already focused on past things that didn't work out and something new shows up, then that is what we're going to be looking for, and that is what we're going to find in the new situation. And I don't think it has to be that way. It feels very much like you can control that. You can cut that off. All right. Okay. Ask and you shall receive. So now you have all 4 aces in your reading. Okay, so for some of you, there may be some fear around 3-party situations. You may have been in a 3rd-party situation. This person may have been in a 3rd-party situation in the past and wasn't able to show up for you, wasn't able to deliver for you. And you may have fears surrounding that like they're going to go back to that person, or that they're not really actually free still. You know, I don't know. Okay, a part of me really wants to clarify the 3 of Cups now. I'm going to do it, because why not? Keep in mind, general reading. All right. I feel like some of you really, really were, having very strong feelings for someone that may have been in a third party situation. And I feel like you had to hold yourself back. You had to kind of fight your feelings. With the Five of Cups here, there may be like, this feeling that like I spent too much time on this, or I gave too much of myself to a situation, or in some way I compromised my own integrity, or I didn't stand up for my own worth or value because this person was in a third party situation. I don't know, take it as it resonates and leave the rest. And it may be that this person is coming in without warning, very unexpectedly to say something. And it may put you in a space of fear. It may put you in a space of, well, I mean, I can see this a lot of ways. I can see a fear of, are you a loyal person? Is this generally how you do things? Because there is that old saying, how you get out of a relationship is how you get in a relationship is how you get out of it. So if this person had a third party situation and, they're leaving that person to be with you, is there some kind of feeling of, well, you'll do the same to me. And what I just got with that was that if this person is leaving this person to leave this person because they really genuinely are done with that relationship, or, it's in their own highest and best good to leave that relationship, and they want to then come and get in a relationship with you, like two separate energetic spaces, then it's different. But if they're really truly like, yeah, I'm leaving that person to be with you, then it's different. You know what I'm saying? I just keep getting like, if it's one move, like, be cautious. If it's two moves, you're okay. I don't know what that's about. But there is something here with the Four of Cups on the bottom of the deck where it's like, there is this careful balance of protecting ourselves and missing opportunities, right? And so if this person really and truly wants to reconcile, with the Three of Cups with you, and they want to finally show up, and they are really showing up, and they are in an energy where they're confident, and they want to fight for their connection with you, then that is something different entirely. You know what I mean? You're gonna have to listen to your own intuition with all these situations because they're all very different. But then I also get this feeling of, it could come into your life in a way that, you may meet this person when you're at a bar, or you may meet this person through a group of friends, or with the Three of Cups, it could be a lot of different things. And it may be that you have already experienced this in the past, and then the person didn't show up for you, and it may have created problems in the friendship. It may have kind of torn apart the foundation of something. Or this could even be really, with the Three of Cups, I don't know so much about work, but it could be. And because the King of Pentacles is underneath it, it's what we're originally clarifying. So it could be where it's like you may have made some kind of rule for yourself of like, I'm not going to do this because the last time I did it, it created a real upheaval in my life, and I've had a lot of regrets around it. So it may not be a third party, but it may be something that is like a rule that you have for yourself where you're like, oh, I'm not doing that. Like, it could show up in that way. And with the Four of Cups and the Nine of Swords, it's kind of showing, like, fear is something that keeps us missing opportunities in life a lot, right? It keeps us not seeing what's really in front of us. So just make sure that your choices and your decisions are not based on the fear of what if, and are based on something really solid. And it's just sort of how I'm taking that. You have the Eight of Swords here, clarified by the Ace of Cups. This is telling me this is a new opportunity. Like, this is a brand new beginning, whether it is with a past person or whether it is with a new person. You know, bringing your old mentality into a new beginning just only taints the new beginning. It doesn't help. It's like worry. You know, worry doesn't help. Worry doesn't do anything. It wastes our time. It wastes what we could be doing with the present moment. It robs us of the present moment, really, and it drains our energy, but it has no positive effect on an outcome. You know, it's just time spent in a way that hurts us and, you know, causes our own suffering and drains our energy. It doesn't serve us in any way. And that's how this Eight of Swords, clarified by the Ace of Cups, feels. It feels like, be kind to yourself, but recognize this is a brand new situation. It is not the old situation in new clothes or something like that. Like with the Ace, it's telling you it's brand new. But the Ace of Cups is also always telling us to be kind to ourselves, to love ourselves first, you know, and then love the other. So be kind to yourself, you know, with your thoughts even. Be kind to yourself. Ask yourself, is this in my highest and best? Is this serving any good? Because there is clarity and there is a potential for success and victory. And with the Ace of Swords, this may even be like communication is the key, and like being able to just speak your feelings or to get your thoughts out there or to be heard. Like, oh man, I'm kind of worried. You know, you're leaving someone to be with me. How you get into a relationship is how you get out, and see what they say. You know, allow yourself to clarify every situation. Someone's coming in towards you to tell you that you are what they want, that they are choosing this. With the Eight of Wands and the Page of Wands and the Six of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, they're coming in and they want reciprocity. You know, they want to offer you something and they're hoping that you want the same thing in return. If you don't, you don't. But it feels like, you know, this is communication coming towards you, and it is someone choosing this path. Someone choosing their desired. Let me clarify. It's like we go right back to the beginning here. The Eight of Wands is being clarified by the Five of Wands. So this could be telling you something that felt blocked, or something that felt like there could have been competition. There could have been someone else involved. This could have been also a situation where, you know, there were external factors that were playing a major role. And someone may be coming to tell you, you know what, I'm prioritizing this relationship, and I'm going to figure out how to navigate those obstacles and overcome them for this connection. Or this is what I plan to do. They may even come in with a plan. With the Page of Wands and the Devil and the Six of Wands, this may have been someone who in the past was held back, who was afraid to step up to the plate, to, you know, they had something holding them back. All right, Pisces, sorry, there was a little technical difficulty. It stopped recording. So all I was really saying here was that, you know, I feel like there could have been someone in the past who, you know, let other things get in the way, and they may be coming in to tell you their plan for dealing with those things. They may have also been really insecure or, you know, very stuck into a situation that wasn't in their highest and best, and they may be breaking free of that and having like some new confidence, some new chutzpah to like come in here and really show up. With 2 6s, you know, I feel like this person is definitely trying to like come into harmony with you. And I do feel like they, you know, if this is a past person, they certainly want another chance. And if it is a new person, I feel like this is someone who, you know, is really coming in to have some kind of success and victory. And I feel like they are different than a past situation. But, you know, listen to your own intuition here, okay? So I'm going to dive right in with the message cards at this point. And we will see what messages we get. for Pisces, dealing with a water sign. You are getting, we will be together again. I don't want to let you go. I lost myself for a little while. The timing wasn't right for us, and I can't reach out. If you're dealing with a fire sign, you're getting twin flame. This is a divine counterpart connection. You're getting, you broke my heart. I daydream about a life with you. You and this person are on this, don't share the same vision. Wow, that was really hard to say. I feel like this is something that's changing because how it was coming across is like you and I are on the same page. So I don't know what that's about. And then you have, I have trouble with intimacy. Either I can't read or that message was, I don't know. If you're dealing with an earth sign, I wish we could go back. I don't know why this happened. I find you so attractive and I miss seeing you. And if you're dealing with an air sign, you're getting, I'm not over you. I want to start over. Do I still have a chance? And I'm not financially stable and I wish I could take back my words. All right, Pisces. Well, this is what I have for you. I really hope it helps. I hope it brings you some peace and some clarity. Until next time, guys, I send you off with all my very best. Always, always, always. Bye-bye.